I wanted to ask you about your take on the future of economics. So in this time of flux and tumult, I feel as though questions of economics have been brought to the forefront of our national consciousness. So in light of this, where do you see the field of econ going?
I think econ is being made more approachable, and my hope is that people are seeing it as a way to think about human behavior and their own behavior and make positive changes for themselves, or just use it as an opportunity to explain some of the things that we're seeing. I don't know how often in my life I realized like I'm thinking about sunk cost in decision making, or cost benefit analysis when it comes to choosing a career, weighing different options when you graduate, or buying a house, or honestly right now just leaving your home, right? Like cost benefit analysis of your own mental health versus your physical health. And I think there's a lot of things that are being created today, podcasts, books, that just make econ a more approachable field and a really interesting one to get into, especially with all the free time we've got at home. I think a lot of people are looking for ways to explain what's occurring. Why did we run out of chicken across the entire country in our grocery stores? Like all of it is so explainable through the field. And I think there are so many opportunities to make it salient and interesting for folks to pick up on today. And I hope we see growth in people who want to pursue that area of expertise and just kind of in general better understand, the world through the lens of econ.
Do you have any advice on connecting with mentors or just general career advice that you'd like to provide?
Don't be afraid to network. I hate the word networking. I hate the idea of it, but I think there's a way to find like a natural balance of it, right? And I think sometimes we're just afraid to reach out to people, but I have seen so many people be successful in getting connected with something interesting or finding that next opportunity in their career by reaching out to their network, and especially the Northwestern Alumni Network. I don't know how many times I've used LinkedIn or some of the Northwestern alumni career resources to get connected with someone in the area from Northwestern, and it's led to some really interesting opportunities, or I've been able to connect them with friends who are trying to find something. And I honestly have had very few times where those folks don't respond. I think Northwestern has just an amazing base of people to pull from. And go for it. Like, I remember being a freshman, it was freshman orientation. The president of the Associated Student Government at the time spoke to us, and I was fascinated by everything he had to say, what his experience was at Northwestern. He had gotten involved in so many interesting things and just had an incredible personality. And so I actually reached out through email. I think he gave us his email after he introduced the entire freshman class, and I sat down with him for a half hour, and that conversation carved my path at NU. And I think a lot of times we either get lazy or intimidated and just don't make that connection with someone who you think is interesting. And I'd say just push yourself to go for it. Push yourself to spam 20 different people in the industry you're looking to get into. And you'll probably hear back from 75% of those folks, and you never know what one conversation could lead to a cool opportunity or just an amazing friendship.